So I'm in Tennessee and humbling. I don't have enough gears on this bike. I don't know how some of the steep these hills have been, but as heavy as this bike is, I'm still, the front end got a little light. It was so steep. We're rolling. I'm 26 miles in. Probably got about 15 more miles to go to get to Lawrenceburg, Davy Crockett. And it's a beautiful route. I've been seeing a lot of stuff like, here, let me show you. Maybe I can do this without wrecking. Here. All them cows, lots of cows, lots of hay, lots of hills. Man, it's beautiful up here. Peaceful, God's good. Praying for my wife, my kid, praying for a lot of people that I know that are hurting and struggling. I want to stop on that one. I'm pushing up off the side of the road right here. Come up to a log cabin. It looks like somebody's been redoing the chink coming out. I don't know if they're using the right chink or not. There ain't no wasp nest on this thing. Some glass. I'm gonna take some pictures. Well, 4 hours, averaged 12 miles an hour, a lot of climbing, but I mean I wasn't in no hurry, and my bike probably weighs 50 pounds or better. So as you can see, there's water. This creek runs all the way back up there. Pretty neat place. Davy Crockett. In the morning I'll be heading to Fayetteville, 58 miles. Today was 48. Tomorrow's 58. Big shout out to Jory there at Southern Carnage as well for all the help with the luggage and the baggage on the bike. And this is just on my gravel bike. Mountain bike will be totally set up different. And I don't know if you classify this as bike packing. This is road riding with camping gear. But it's shaking out everything, checking all the stuff, thinking about lighter. You got to go lighter. You got to go as light as you can and do without some things. So I got some thoughts on that. Talk to you in a bit. Bye. Eating the water for supper. So you might have wondered, some might have wondered how I boiled my water. I bought this little kit. I think I got it off Amazon. Pretty sure I did. But it opens up like so, where you can put a little, set your cup on top. But you have to use these fuel cells right here. They're kind of heavy. Everything's heavy. Everything I'm talking about is heavy. And I got to come up with some light stuff, but yet still be efficient with it. This thing right here just screws on the top. Get it really snug. Got a little self-lighting button right here, little spark. You open it and you'll hear it, and you hit this and you got your flame, and you hope it don't blow up. Anyway, and then you boil your water right on top of it, which I don't want to do that. I don't want to cook the food. But you could do it right there. So I'm gonna go down to the creek and wash out make me some coffee maybe. So the red beans and rice, spot on. I might not have put enough water in it. I'm not really sure. It's 2.5 cups. I need to measure in my drinking cup. What's a cup? Maybe mark it on the outside so I can have some type of measurement. My other little cooking pots had measurements. This one don't, and I went with this one because it was smaller and lighter. But it tastes good. Red beans and rice, really spicy. Maybe too spicy for a warm night like this, but I liked it, enjoyed it. Like I said, it was really spicy. I don't think my son would like it. He doesn't really like really spicy foods. Wasn't hot and spicy, but spicy. In the morning, peanut butter and raisin. Got a hard piece of rice. I'm gonna try some peanut butter and raisin oatmeal, dehydrated. So far, these have been good. They're not cheap. Called Backpacker's Pantry, but it's good. I can deal with it. The other thing is this Sawyer. These Sawyer straws, these Sawyer filters, bag. I went to the creek, which is right over here. I filled it up with water, 32 ounces. I took it, and it's got a little end on here see that, but it's all it is a little old water bottle. You open it up. So I filled it up with water, put it on here, opened it up, and filled up my water bottle, 32 ounces. I got a 33-ounce water bottle, and it filled it up perfect. I drank the water out of it, tasted fine. Forget how many, but man, this is cool. I like this. This takes care of the water issue, you know, especially if you're where I ride a lot up here in Tennessee and Alabama. We're going to do some riding over in North Georgia. This is a perfect water filtration, and it was quick. I mean, I just squeezed the bag and it filled the bottle up. So I really like that. That's pretty cool. My battery pack charged all the way here. It's been charging my phone. I get 6 charges off, and again, the only thing is this thing's heavy, light. It's solar powered as far as recharging, and so I like it, but we'll see how that goes. I know I like it as far as the charging. I've carried it to Puerto Rico and used it quite a bit, and it's done a great job. Get about 6 charges off, 6 recharges on a phone per charge on this. So you charge this up full, you get 6 charges. Like I said, the ride was good here. It's a really neat place. We've camped here before in our RV, but it's the first time I've rode up on my bike and done it. It's gonna be fun. I'm gonna ride in the morning, get up and try to get an early start, eat some breakfast, wash my face, get rolling, and try to make it to Fayetteville before noon if all possible. If I can get on the road by 7, that gives me 5 hours. I'd like to get earlier start if possible. We got a barking dog. I hope that thing don't keep me awake tonight. I'm not into that. Y'all have a blessed night. Praise God. On the way up here, I was thanking God for my wife, my children, for the time that I did have with my dad. Today is his birthday. He passed back 2006. This is 2018, so 12 years ago Daddy passed away, and we were in South America. I wasn't able to be here when he passed, and I still deal with that. I'm not fully past all that. I don't know if I will be, but it is what it is. I love you, Jesus, and I thank you for loving me, loving my kids, and loving my family, and taking care of them the way you do, better than me. Y'all have a blessed night. From my last little getaway, some have asked about my coffee, and there's nothing complicated. It's really simple, to say the least. I just take my cup, I take a paper coffee filter, I put a couple of these camping spoon full, heaping almost, of coffee. Looks about right. Make sure I leave some for in the morning. Probably shouldn't be fixing this right now. I won't be able to go to sleep, but I probably won't drink it all. This is more for demonstration than it is anything. So that's it. My little spoon fork combo. I don't know where I picked that up at. J&G, I think, and y'all don't know where that's at, but close there by our house. Good people. If you're in Athens, look up J&G Sales, J&G Variety, or something like that. They've got all kinds of tools and camping and all sorts of things, that really neat stuff. Lights, flashlights. Love that place. Have my coffee there. Water is come to a boil, so I'm going to turn that off. Remember, you're dealing with hot water here, boiling hot water, so you got to be careful. Give me a little. Other pots had a little rubber coating on it that made it better to hang on, but anyway, slowly pour it over little by little. And what I did to measure the water, I filled my coffee cup up with water. That's how much water I wanted, and I put it in my boiling pot and just kind of let it set. Pretty simple. It's not a Keurig, but it worked. We used to do this in Costa Rica. The funny part about this is I thought I was being very cultural. You know, I had a sock, and you put it in this little holder. Like if this is the sock, and you put it in a holder, and that's cloth, and you boil your water, and you put your coffee cup underneath the sock, and as you pour the water over it, you know, it pours into there, and the sock filters the coffee grounds. Thought I was being very cultural, you know. And we had a maid that came once a week, or she came in, and one morning, we hadn't been there long. I think her name was Adina. Might have been Adina. Anyway, I had my coffee, I was pouring it, and she come in, and you know, she looked, and she like, you know, and she could speak a little bit of English, but you know, well, she could speak quite a bit of English, and she spoke Spanish. She was there to help tutor us as well while we were going to language school. But all that being said, she asked me one time, no, when she come in, I was doing this. I said, look, Adina, I'm being you know, a Tico, I'm Costa Rican, you know. I was like, and she goes, what are you doing? And I was like, I'm making coffee. And I said, how do you make coffee? And she said, with a coffee maker? And I just fell out, you know. I thought I was being very cultural in that sense, but it gets the job done. I like it. I got this little power cord, this Army surplus type, really thin, high tensile strength cord, and that's what I keep it. See it? It's really small. That's not even a half a cup of coffee there. Let my filter ride a little too low. Boy, it smells good. Take my spoon, squeeze it on the side, squeeze everything out, and I believe this will work. And I'm doing this on my video camera, not my phone, trying to save my phone battery. Throw away my trash, or I get rid of that in the morning, the way out. That's it. Once this little thing cools off, screw it, like so. Close all these together, like so. Got a little canister. Fits in there like so, closes up, and actually it goes in the container, and then I put it in another cloth container, and it goes in my little. That's it. Got me a nice cup of coffee. Gonna sit here in the countryside next to the creek here at Davy Crockett Campground. Nice, beautiful creek, and gonna enjoy the night. It's like we got campground security coming around. Have a good night. So here's the deal. Got a late start this morning. Didn't leave till about 7:30. I was planning on leaving by 7. That's a 30-minute didn't have to give up. Got going. Didn't have a good night. Leg cramped a couple of times. Then early in the morning when I decided to get up or kind of move around, boy, it really cramped up hard. Made them really sore. So I got on the bike and they're just not wanting to respond. Going about 2 hours now, I think. As you can see, I'm on a highway, kind of in a gorge right here. This is where I'm at, rolling through, tired. I don't know, just probably too much too soon. I'm gonna try to make it to Fayetteville, but I've already called my wife and told her I wouldn't make it there for lunch. So if they wanted to try to come by and pick me up, and so I wouldn't be late for lunch, they could. That's a good way of me saying my legs are done. All right, well, see you on the next side, on the back side, or whatever side it will be. Later.